Yeah, it's been a couple days. Gracious. Yes. So
It's been a long time.
it has been, really, seriously. It has been, for real.
For reals.
For real.
Real up.
So there we are. We just popped up.
Did we?
Yeah. On my phone we did. Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing you yet.
Lou! Hey, Miss Gibbs.
It's taking
How
a
you
second.
doing, darling? Good morning, Miss Gotcher.
Hey, will you invite me on the phone?
How are you doing? I can't do that.
Oh.
Because we're doing
I got you.
Yeah, we're doing the Zoom.
Well, this is weird because sometimes it works right and sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah. Well, and Facebook is always a delay, you know?
Yeah, it's a pretty big delay, though.
It is sometimes, and sometimes not.
I'm getting messages from other people.
There you go. See?
No, from other people, not from you.
So, welcome back to the real world. Yeah, the real world. Because, like, what happened?
Thanks, Bethany.
We were all on the vacation, right? No, I'm kidding. We weren't on vacation, but it did feel like we were on a mini vacation, right?
Yep. It's kind of like vacationing.
It was good. It was a reset.
Hey, everybody. Whoa,
it was a reset.
We got some new people on here?
Yes, I do believe so.
Hello, Lou.
Hey, Lou. How are you? So, good to have you. Thank you for coming. So, we all kind of took some time down, more or less, which was good, which was fine. We all got to have that. We all got to have that downtime.
Very true.
And what's funny is I found myself wanting to go back to the computer, but I fought myself and did not allow myself to go to the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And because I knew if I did, I'd log in, and if I logged in, it would be over. So
yeah, I think I might have jumped on Facebook a couple times and stuff like that, but not. I think I sat down here once or twice and watched some stuff on YouTube. I was trying to make some skills, some stuff, and move it around, and it wasn't working right. So I had to download some stuff. That's the computer stuff, but not like work. You know what I mean? Like
right. I checked in. I made sure nobody had, left any urgent messages. Checked my email, but I did all of that on the phone. So it was a big weekend there in Eureka Springs for you.
Yeah, it was. We had a busy weekend.
So you had a lot of people, and you talked to a lot of people, right?
Yeah, I talked to a bunch of people. Tons of those cards went out. I mean, a lot.
That's fantastic.
I think Gloria, I had Gloria stack a stack about that tall, and that's close to 100. That's
about 100.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot, but they were just going out everywhere. So, and I had a few pretty good conversations. But it's kind of, you really can't get to where you get to talk to everybody. You know what I mean? But the people you sit next to and stuff and blah, 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 you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it was weird because I've gotten so used to not being there that being there for long periods of time is kind of like, right? Like, it feels like work. You're like, hey, no, it's not the idea here. It's like, it's a holiday.
Yeah, absolutely. So on this end, we spent some family time, and we did some cookouts and some pool parties, and yesterday it rained like a monsoon. I think we got like 5 inches of rain, and I don't even know, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours, something. I don't know. There's a lot of water. Today it's been on and off, but now it looks like the sun is out, so I'm happy. The thing is, when we take time off, and I know everybody's feeling funky out there, so I'm just going to speak up and say I'm feeling funky today, okay, y'all? Because it's not Monday, right?
No.
It's Tuesday, but it feels like Monday, and everything you do should take you further to where you're trying to go, but it's not. Mm-mm. And it's like, So, you know, if you're out there feeling funky, you're not by yourself. It's all good. We all feel funky. That's the way it works.
Yep.
And it's okay. So at the end of the day,
Hey,
you
Josh.
know, hey, Joshua. So if it's feeling like that to you, you're in the boat with everybody else. Don't feel bad at all. So that being said, hey, Terry, you know, last week when we ended out our week, and we left for the quote unquote weekend, we kind of talked about a lot of things that were going on. We talked about a lot of things we could or could not be doing. We talked about keeping our businesses real and understanding what was going on within our companies and our businesses. And then, you know, we also talked about, you know, cryptocurrency and people being involved. And so, you know, I want to circle that wagon back around just a little bit because a lot happened in the last 3 days with cryptocurrency. And, you know, if you're not involved and you're looking at being involved, you do not want to do it until you're educated. Like, seriously. And Joe took all of the courses. I haven't had a chance to do my third one yet, but he did his today. And so he's completed all 3 courses. And he actually said the last one was easier than the first 2. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's kind of more the stuff that we deal with on a daily basis, I would think. You know what I mean? Now, if all you do is log in, check accounts, and that's it, then it's going to be difficult. But if you get into any of it, like kind of like what's this and how this works and why, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of stuff about the security side of it and things like that. But it's just stuff that you kind of know, you know what I mean? Because it's the stuff you really use. Excuse me. That's why it was pretty easy to go through. There wasn't as many, I'm going to say there wasn't so many trivial questions, you know, because like the first 2 parts of it, there's a lot of like knowledge stuff, I guess, that's neat to have in a conversation, but it really doesn't matter when it was created. I mean, so much, you know what I mean? Or like what's his name that claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto, what his real name was or whatever. I don't care. That has nothing to do with anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not talking bad. I'm just saying
we're beyond that.
It's going to trip people up. You know what I mean? But this last part, it's real stuff. You know what I mean? It's really the stuff that you really, really, really need to know. But you're going to be shocked how much you actually know. You know, like you just know it. You know, like you're going, it's no. Oh, there it is. You know what I mean? You know, it takes more time to read the questions than it does to figure it out. Does that make sense?
I understand.
So once you have a knowledge of it, this is easy.
Sweet. Well, that's awesome.
And I know everything now. So I'll be selling the answers.
You know,
and you're going, hey, Joe, how are you going to sell the answers? Did you write them down? No. We will just get on a Zoom. You will share your screen, and I will tell you the answers.
There you go.
We can do big group Zooms, too. I told you, group discounts.
It's group discounts.
Yeah, figured out how to make money out of this thing, for sure. Like,
so, ladies and gentlemen, you know, at the end of the day, I posted earlier this morning. I was feeling my Wheaties this morning. And earlier this morning, I posted and I said, why are you investing in crypto? Why are you investing in Bitcoin if you haven't been educated?
It's true.
In big letters. And, you know, I had someone send me a private message and said, you know, you shouldn't have done that. And I was like, why? And they were like, well, you're going to discourage people from getting involved. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, hello. I don't want people to learn the hard way the way I did. I don't want people to get, you know, Bitcoin jail and the disappearing Bitcoin and the stolen Bitcoin. I don't want all that for people. You know, like seriously, if you're looking at getting involved in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, then you need the education first. Hello, that's where you need to start.
It's true.
So,
and I hate Coinbase.
Yeah, well, and
hey, we need to talk to them too about that. I think we need to talk to the Core 5 because and I said I wasn't going to get it. This is why I didn't handle this earlier because I knew I'd go off about it, but I'm still going off. I'm just not
leave
going
it alone. Be nice.
I am being nice, but I think we need to take the whole Coinbase idea out of our training. completely.
Well, you know, and
It's
Joe,
a great idea.
you and I have been working together for months. You and I have been working together for months.
Well, and I've only got
you
my money
have
taken 3 times.
Never,
So that's okay.
you have
Right?
never heard me
I've
recommend
never heard you say
Coinbase
that at all. Yeah, I know.
to anybody.
I know.
Just saying.
I know. I know.
So,
you know, and it is an easy platform if you don't mind losing your money every now and then. And they'll give it back. But they took Ethereum from me, and the price of Ethereum was, when they took it from me, Ethereum was $6,000, $6,338.28. Apparently. That's what they're paying.
I'm going to poop out.
That's what it says.
I'm going to poop out.
Yeah.
So
apparently Ethereum is up near Bitcoin prices right now.
Craziness. I'm telling you, it's craziness. I just don't understand. Okay, so look, this morning, along with that post that I posted about, why are you buying, selling, trading Bitcoin if you haven't been educated? I had an opportunity. A good friend of mine, and I say good friend. I haven't met this gentleman in person, but we've shared some quality time together. And I don't use that term a lot, but I would say he's probably, at this point, he's a pretty good friend. So his name is Albert. He happens to be on this call right now.
Hey, Albert.
And so he sent me a private message over the weekend that I didn't open because I was on my phone, and I don't like to open messages from counterparts. I saw, as it went across the screen, I saw that there was a link, and so I didn't want to open it because I wanted to actually see this on the actual screen. So this morning over coffee. And that's why, Joe, I didn't go to the blog, because you and I were just talking about the blog a few minutes ago. And you said, Kris, but you said every morning that's the first thing we're supposed to do. And I said, I did something else. I did something else this morning. So what I did was I actually watched this link that Albert sent to me. And I really kind of want to share a little bit about that this today with you guys. And I know it's Crypto Let's Talk, but he's a crypto guy, so we'll factor it in that way. But
why didn't you send me a link?
I can send it to you. I'll send it to you.
He's on here. I feel like I left out here, buddy. What the hell?
Albert, you didn't send Joe a link.
Jeez, man, come on. I'm in the book club too,
He sent me this link, and he says, "What are your thoughts?"
Yeah.
And I was so impressed. I was awestruck, actually, by the yes, absolutely, Albert, that'll be fine.
Thank you.
I was so impressed by the composition of this piece that he did. And it's about 30 minutes. It's not businessy at all. It's really about Albert and Albert's life and his journey and the changes in his life. And really, if I had to title it anything, I would title it Mindset, because there's a great lesson of mindset in this video, but you have to watch it all the way through. Okay, 22 minutes. So, we all have a story, okay? We all have a story, and our stories are important, but what I think we fail to convey, and I think that's really why Joe and I decided to start doing these lives, was we wanted to convey more of our personal person to people. Like, we wanted people to get to know us, but we also wanted to get to know them. And so we started these lives, and we just started talking about random stuff, goofy stuff sometimes, right? We talk about, our personal lives and being dadpreneurs. We talk about our health issues. We talk about all the different errands we have to run. We talk about crypto. We talk about cryptogenics. We talk about tools, hot tools, and we get the message out there. But this particular piece really hit, like it hit me. because as I was watching, as I was listening, I felt like Albert was only talking to me. And I took the journey with him. And I took the steps, and I learned more about Albert and the person that Albert is versus the person that Albert was. And, you know, there's a lot to be said for change, for the human change. And I just want to applaud him for doing that, and for, you know, for stepping up and actually letting people in, because that's what he did with this video. He really let people in. And so thank you, Albert, for that. I tagged you and posted it on my personal wall. I believe I shared it on my personal wall without your permission, but I knew you wouldn't mind, because I felt like the message that was in there needed to be shared with everybody. You know, it wasn't a message that needed to be harbored. And I don't really know if he did that piece as a share kind of piece, or if he did that piece as a personal, I just need to do this kind of piece, and shared it with his buddies and friends. I don't know. But I shared it with the world, Albert, because I thought the world needed to hear it. So you guys grab that and give it a watch, and see if you don't have the same epiphany and feelings that I had. Because I think that you will find that mindset plays, you know, such an interesting, it's just such an interesting part of our business. It plays more than we give it credit for. You know, if our mind's not in the right place, we're not going to accomplish anything. So that's a good thing. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Brad. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Dave. Hey, Michael. Whew. I'll get them all in a minute. So that's
Michael.
That's that.
Where'd Michael at?
Michael Mata is on.
Oh.
So that's that part. Now, remember what we said last week. Education is paramount. Education is a must. Education is something that you can't go without. Okay, so and what do we mean by that? Are we just specifically talking about cryptogenics? Absolutely not. We need to be educated, like Albert said, about our health, right? I believe in one piece of his video, and I'm going to steal this from him, but y'all will see it. It's his. I'm not plagiarizing. I'm borrowing. He actually goes to a holistic, and the holistic reads his body. And I think it was the first time Albert had ever been to one of these. And I think he was also taken back by the fact that this person was really, you know, they were very well educated. They could read his body, and they were able to tell him he's got this wrong, he's got that wrong, you know, he's doing this, he's doing that. So, you know, education in everything that we do is what's important. Okay. So we need to be educated on our health. We need to be educated on our tools. We need to be educated on our business. We need to be educated on our family. We need to be educated on our kids. We need to be educated. And I can keep on going. Okay. We need to be educated on our Macs, on our PCs, on our phones. We need to be educated on everything, because everything that we have has the potential to make our life easier. Now, if you're like I am, and I'm taking all the blame for this, all the heat for this, if you're like I am, you're not nearly educated enough on your tools, because they aggravate you. Like, there's nothing more aggravating than trying to do something and it won't do what you tell it to do. And then some smart ass will say, well, it can only do what you tell it to do. Well, if I tell it to do it, why ain't it doing it? Hello? You know, so that's my rant for the day on Tuesday. But at any rate.
I got a question.
Yeah, bud.
Maybe somebody can answer this for me. And I think maybe I can use Dropbox to do it, but I'm not sure. I just downloaded Dropbox. Okay. But I need to steal stuff off of YouTube. Okay. So I can put it in Camtasia so I can make videos. And every time I try to take something from YouTube and import it into Camtasia, it says it's unsupported. But maybe if I can take it from YouTube and put it in Dropbox, and then Dropbox maybe will or switch it over to some other type of file or something. It seems like something that should be real easy to do, but I don't.
Well, first of all,
I'm breaking all kinds of copyright laws. I know that. You know what I mean? Like,
first of all, we don't want to steal anything. We don't mind borrowing a few things. But
no, I'm stealing it. I'm never going to give it back. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'm just, like little clips of stuff. You know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean. I'm picking
basically like memes and stuff, but I've got all that editing software, but I can't put any information in it, like any video, unless I
have to download it to your hard drive and then upload it from your hard drive to Camtasia.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I don't quite know how to do that.
Well, we can figure it out.
Okay.
Right.
Because I know how to do it with a lot of stuff, but like when I just copy the URL, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to reopen it to put it into the hard drive somewhere else.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm thinking Dropbox.
I used to borrow. I said used to, I don't anymore. I used to borrow music, from YouTube, and it was as simple as a right-click download, and it would save it to your audio media file, and you could go back and listen to it again. Now, I wasn't doing that to mass produce or to share it with anybody. I was doing it so that I could go back and listen to it myself. Right. But we'll have to look at that. We'll have to look at that.
Because I was making all kinds of fun videos and it just kept messing with me.
Mm-hmm.
And like I can get like GIFs and stuff like that in there that I make off stuff. It's just it won't allow me to import it directly into Camtasia, the software.
Camtasia from YouTube. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. The two files are not supported.
I guess I could have Googled that though, huh?
Yeah. So
you're like, yeah, sorry.
So we'll work on that. There's another example of we don't know how to use the tool, right?
That was a good segue into
yeah. Mm-hmm. I think we're gonna start because in the interest of time today, guys and gals.
Yeah, we got a presentation.
So
40 minutes.
We're kind of on a little bit of a time scale here. I believe this week we should be watching the blog. The blog should tell us this week that we're able to do instant debit cards. I'm just saying that's something I heard. I don't know if it's, we'll see. We'll see. We should also, and this is kind of a big thing. The event in Chicago is technically, it is a cryptogenics event, but it is technically not a cryptogenics event. So what does Kris mean by that? Well, what Kris means by that is it's an all-day learning event. Okay, so cryptogenics is featured, and there will be several hours of cryptogenic stuff presented, but there will be other speakers. There will be other people there educating people on things like the blockchain and Bitcoin and Satoshis and all that stuff. So you need to make sure that you have a ticket. You can get your ticket in the back office from the blog. It's on there. You can just click the link. You can get your ticket. If you're planning on going, I know that we had 900 paid reserved seats already when we started. And I know that several handfuls of people from Cryptogenics have confirmed that they're going. So I would definitely, if I was going, I would definitely go ahead and get those tickets. If you know anyone that's in that area, please get them to this event. They will not hate you for it. I promise. They will not hate you for it. Joe, do you feel like you're smarter than 90% of the people in cryptocurrency now that you've taken your education and taken your classes seriously?
I sure do. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm a lot smarter. I mean, I'm not saying that sounds terrible to say. I'm more.
No. I know what you mean.
As far as it goes, more educated. There really is a lot to learn. And in all honesty, the way the testing went, the first part should have been the hardest, and it should have gotten easier as you go along because you've learned so much more, and you're able to put everything together, and so everything makes sense. And the thing is, we all kind of operate. Most of us that are, on this call or, on this Zoom or whatever, we all pretty much operate, and I'd say the medium area, the intermediate level, the cryptocurrency. part two,
Right.
For the most part. And a lot of us get into the part three of it. That's, and even if you haven't gone through the stuff yet, go through it,
Correct.
Because I don't know, I know what it's like for it to be sitting there on your computer and you're doing something. You're like, oh man, I don't got time to go. It's going to take hours to do this. Well,
correct.
Take 10, 15 minutes. Everything's about 8 to 17 minutes, I think. 17 minutes is about the longest thing there is.
That's the longest one, actually. And I think there are two that are over 10 minutes.
Just do them, as you can get to them, and don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? Don't be like, and don't freak out about the tests. They're not that hard. You know what I mean? They're really not. And a lot of it's just knowledge that you're going to find out that you know a whole lot more than you think you do. Mm-hmm. Just being able to go and set up a wallet, half of a test already pretty much. You know what I mean? Or, knowing the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, half a test already.
There you go.
It's just things like that, like, why is there a difference? I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert here. Okay. Or whatever they call it. Figure out what an ERC-20 is if you don't know. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The information tells you, you know what I mean? But go back and review it. There's several questions about that. They're not difficult, but it's just, a lot of it. And there's a couple funny little things on the test too. There's some funny stuff there, where it's like, yeah, that's funny. You know what I mean? And like, you want to be a smart aleck and answer like none of the above, or like, why do you want to use fiat currency? Because it's amazing. Because Jesus said so. Right? He didn't really. That's a joke, guys.
Ali, yes, the answer to that, and Bethany answered you very nicely. We have that course in 36 languages and 80 countries already. So I believe we're actually at 84 countries. I'm not sure. I can help you with that, Mr. Ali. This is very simple. Okay. What we do with Cryptogenics and the education platform, and I'm directing this straight to Ali. What we do with that is basically we put all the information together in 45 little lessons that you can take at your leisure, and you can learn from A to Z. If you've been in crypto for a while, which I think you actually have, some of the stuff in the first module may be kind of infantile to you. Some of the stuff in the middle module will probably be light bulb moments. And then the advanced module will be pretty good for you. So yeah, that's a great way to explain that. Okay. So I know that you sent me a message earlier over the weekend, and as you can tell, we were all kind of semi-sabbatical. So I hope that helps answer your question. I think that's a fantastic little excerpt there to actually tell people. So the fork is still going.
Yep, still going strong.
People are still making double, triple, quadruple money.
Yep.
So that's a good thing. The app is not ready. It's in use. So if you don't have it, get it. You'll love it. It's easy to use, very user-friendly. The interface is awesome.
You say it wasn't ready?
No, it's not ready. It's in use. We've gone from it's ready to in use.
Oh, I was like, I've got the app. I was like, wait, what? I was like, it works. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
It works fantastically.
It works. Yes,
it does. It works fantastically.
Hey, you just go to your contacts. Hey, hit share, go to your contacts in your phone.
Yep.
And then just boop, 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 boop. You can just move stuff over like that. I know there's been quite a few questions on how to get contacts added, and it's real simple. Just start pushing buttons on stuff and you'll figure it out.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think there's a little training for it too, but just push buttons, you'll figure it out. It's all pretty easy. I mean, if you can operate your phone, you can operate the app really well.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's definitely compatible.
Yeah.
No, sir, Ali, there is not. You'll sign into an office where all of the information is readily available for you, sir.
Yeah.
So no additional software needed. So with that being said, I think, did we have something else we wanted to share? I think that's about it. Oh, if you want to keep up with the amount of people in the company and with the top money earners in the company, you can do that on our blog.
Hey, I know who one of the top money earners is.
Brandon Ivy.
Krypto Kris. I'll be darned.
Krypto Kris.
He's up there somewhere. Yep. He was on one of those lists. I was like, what?
I was like,
Kris.
know it.
Kris, I'm so mad at you right now.
I didn't even know it.
We got this guy on here right now. We're trying to give him to Bethany. I need people. Ali, I know more than everybody. I own the company.
I didn't even know it. I was like, okay.
I'm not above lying though. So, hey, guess what though? I'm getting Budweiser to make cryptogenics banners.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell them.
Yeah.
You're getting permanent signage and stuff at your brick and mortar.
Yep.
And they are actually sponsoring these signages, which is a beautiful thing.
So technically I'm sponsored by Budweiser.
Hey, well, it is one of the biggest beers in the world, right?
If Chevrolet wanted to sponsor you, you take the sponsorship even though you drive Fords, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
I'm
a Pepsi guy, but Coke.
But if Coke wants to sponsor, that's fine. Not a problem. I know exactly what you mean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, gals, we love all of you guys and gals. We thank you so much for coming out and supporting us. Albert, we need to get that done ASAP. Also, you guys jump over to the 3:00 presentation. We'd love to have you. It'll explain the fort for you guys and gals, and definitely help you understand how to put more money in your pocket. So I think that would be a beautiful thing. Also, if you are interested in cryptogenics, it is definitely something to be reckoned with. It's a force to be reckoned with for sure.
It really is.
We joke and we laugh and we pick, but at the end of the day, it really is a lot of great information. It'll take you from 0 to 90 real quick.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the end of the day, that's really what people want is, to speed up their process. And it absolutely does that. So we will see you guys on the flip side tomorrow, 2:00 ish. And you guys jump on our presentation. KGXglobal.info. KGXglobal.info. And we'll be there in just a few minutes.
We'll be there.
Yes, ish with the fish. Bye, guys. Love you.
Have fun, everybody.